Hey guys, my name is Philip from Smart Programmer, and today I'm going to be taking you on a journey on how you can create your own website, or let me say web page. That's it. Let's get started. In this course, we are going to first of all, in this particular video, learn what HTML is. If you are probably new, you're going to learn. Let me put it down here. What is HTML? So let me keep this in cap. HTML, because it's actually an acronym. And then secondly, you are going to know how okay to create a HTML file. So this is basically what you're going to be doing in this particular video. And then let's say lastly, display your first web page. Okay, that said, this is basically all we are going to be doing today in this particular video. So you're going to learn what HTML is, how to create a HTML file, and display your first web page. That's simply running your first website. So I hope you guys are excited. That said, let's get started with the first, which is what is HTML. Okay, now HTML basically is an acronym, as I said earlier. That's why I kept it in caps, which stands for hypertext. So it's text markup language. If I'm simply going to define HTML, and in simple terms, I'll say it's the language that your browser understands. Basically, this is how you format your text and all your outputs you see in your browser. So it's more like just a language that your browser understands. And then basically the whole process of creating website is basically, first of all, you write it in HTML. Let me say HTML code. And then the second step will be to save the file, and then lastly will be to run it on the browser. Okay, so this is basically the steps of creating your first HTML file and displaying it to the page. So we're going to write our HTML code, and then secondly we are going to save the file. Then after saving the file, we are going to run it on our browser, and that will be all for our video for now. At the end of this course, at the end of this particular video, you're going to learn how to display your first HTML web page. And I hope you guys are excited, because basically HTML is just like the basic building block of all pages on the internet. No matter which website you think of, it's all built on this HTML. That said, let's get to the next thing on our list, which is creating a file in HTML. So let me close this and then get started with it. So first of all, I'm going to open the notepad. So I'm going to be using notepad here. So I'm going to type in here notepad, and it's open. Okay, now So as simple as a notepad, you can create your first HTML page. It does not have to be a complicated software that you have to use to create a page. So let me put this full screen and then start. So I'm going to first of all declare the document type. So I'm saying doc type. So to declare a document type, you have to say doc type HTML. So we are going to be writing HTML code here. So we are declaring that the name of the document is HTML. So before this, I just have to precede this with an exclamation mark. And then the next thing here is to write a tag. So basically, a tag, writing a tag is this is basically a tag. Let me put it this way. So to create a tag, you just have to like your arrow and then the name of the tag and then close this and then content here and open a slash forward slash and then name of the tag and close it again. So basically for a tag, this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. So basically this is how to write a tag in HTML. We also call this elements in HTML. Some probably later we'll get deep into it, but I just want you to know what I'm about to write is. So this is our HTML tag. So or you can call it elements. So these HTML elements, I'm going to open it. This is the opening, and then I'm going to close it right here. HTML, and then inside this tag, I'm going to say head. I'm going to create a head, and then I'm going to give this head a title. Okay, before that, let me close it. So I'm going to close the head tag, and then inside the head tag, I'm going to give it a title tag or element. So I'm going to be using those two interchangeably. So I'm going to say my first web page, and then I'm going to close it. And that's all for that. And then I'm going to say body. So don't worry if you don't really get what I'm doing now. As we go further, you're going to get a glimpse of it and really understand what we're doing here. So I'm going to say right here and say H1. Hey guys, and finally close this H1. Okay, so this basically our HTML code. So let me space these guys out. So first of all, we declare the document type HTML, and then we created the HTML tag or element. We opened it here and then closed it here. And then secondly, we created two tags inside the HTML tag. So the first tag is the head tag, which is containing the title tag, and the title tag contains the content my first web page. And the second tag inside the HTML tag is the body tag. So this body tag contains H1, which is hey guys, and then this the H1 tag, and which has the content of hey guys. So let's save this file. So I'm going to say save as, and then I'm going to say my page. And then I'm going to change the save as type to all files, please. And then lastly, I'm going to give it a file extension of .html. You can make it .html, but I just prefer putting it HTML. So and then lastly is to save it. So I'm saving it to the desktop. So I'm minimizing this guy here. You can see my page right here now. So let's open up my page once again. And hey guys, so the error was that we didn't close this title tag when writing it. So you can see, let me save it and then run it again. It gave us an error. So make sure when you're doing yours you close it, and that's it. So let's refresh our page, and hooray, hey guys, our first HTML page. So let me put this in a part of the screen and then this here. So this is basically how your HTML code is, and this is a simple page in HTML. You can also write before I get to the deep explanation, you can write a tag paragraph and then say he, and then let's close this paragraph. So save and then refresh. Hey, so you can see these two tags, like they bring different outputs. So it's like different styles of outputs. So let's go deep into the explanation of what's really going on here. So the first thing you will notice is like this is this, and then this guy here is this guy, and then one that you probably will not notice, but is this guy here. So basically um the title is displayed at this top part, not at the body, and then anything inside the body is displayed here in this visible part. So anything within this head tag, the point I'm trying to raise, like anything within this head tag is not displayed in the body, of in this body here. It's not displayed here. It's basically not displayed here. Anything in the body, anything in the body, sorry, is displayed here, and anything in the head tag is displayed as the metadata of your page. So it's not everything that's going to be displayed there, it's just the title that is going to be displayed here. But the head tag simply contains the metadata of your page. So if you don't really get what that means, just like some extra, let me say, invisible description of the web page, and then anything inside the body tag, which is this, is displayed here on screen, so for the users to see. So what we all know now is that this guy here is the visible part, the invisible part I mean, and then this guy here is the visible part. So this guy is invisible, and then this guy here is the visible part. So let's just put visible and invisible here. So basically that's what it is. So anything within the head tag is invincible, and when I mean invisible, like, okay, apart from this title, you can see it here. It's not like visible in the body of your website, like your browser. It's just like details like here, as you can see, and then in the body it's obvious. You can see our hey guys is being displayed, and then paragraph is also being displayed. So that said, we are all clear on that, and let's just move over to the next thing on our schedule, or rather. Okay, that said, I hope you guys understood everything concerning this video, and see you in the next video. Hey guys, so in the last video we talked about what HTML is, and you created your first HTML page. So basically we said HTML is simply like the language that the browser understands. And then we created our first HTML page. Like for example here, we created two tags. The head tag. The head tag simply contains the metadata of the web page. And then this head tag contained a title. So this title was displayed in the title bar right here. And then the body tag, which is also in the HTML, tag displays the visible part of the is being displayed in the visible part of the browser. Let's move over to like using Visual Studio Code to create our HTML pages. So you can continue with Notepad here, but for me it's a little bit stressful, and then it's to be better for us using a professional software for continuing with this whole course. So I'll recommend using Visual Studio Code. And if you want to download Visual Studio Code, all you just have to do is just go on the net and say Visual Studio Code, so you can see download. So you click on it and then download Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to click here. This is what you are going to do to get it. So use any of this, and since I'm on Windows, I'm basically going to download it for Windows. So this is Visual Studio Code, and then it says thank for downloading. Download not starting, try using this thing. So download should start in no time. So my download has started, and then once it's installed, so I don't need it because I've already downloaded it. So I'm going to cancel all this and then close it here, and then install my Visual Studio Code right here. Okay, and then I'm going to accept and next, and then I want a desktop icon and install. So once this is done, we can get ready to use our Visual Studio Code software. Okay, so it's finished. So it has started installing it. So I'm launching the Visual Studio Code. So it's coming up. Okay, so our Visual Studio Code application is open. So here it is. So you can choose a light theme here or a dark theme, whichever one you prefer, but I will choose the dark theme. So I prefer it. And then Secondly, you can just for this thing, we're going to create or let's say open a file, because we already have a file here. So I'm going to go here and then open my page. So this is the initial HTML. Then says, do you trust your authors? I'm going to say open. Yes, I do. And I'm going to close this. So you can see our initial HTML code being displayed in Visual Studio. Let's go deep and really understand how Visual Studio Code works. So basically, this is our initial HTML code that we did before now. So I'm going to close this so you can just see it, and then create a new file. So I'm going to go to our desktop, and then I'm going to say new. Then I want to create a new folder instead, and then I'm going to say HTML pages, and open Visual Studio, and then go here and open the folder. So HTML pages, and then I'm going to say select folder. So guys, this is the HTML pages folder opened. We can close this or we can just use it. So the first thing here, we're going to create a new HTML file, like the one we did in Notepad. So we're going to say, it's either we'll create a new file here or we can create a new file here. So let's use this place, and I'll say web, or instead index.html, and enter. So I'm going to close this, and then here's a trick. Instead of going along and typing everything, we can just simply say HTML, and then we can choose HTML5, and then everything is set up for us. You don't have to like write all the boilerplate code. Okay, so guys, this is why I basically like Visual Studio Code, and it makes the code easier to read, and then more colorful and fun writing the code. So this is basically it, and it makes it look professional. And that said, let's explore how to run this particular HTML page here. So but before then, let's create something. So we're going to say, so you can see it suggests tags for us. So this time I'm going to say, okay, let me still use h1, and then I'm going to, it automatically closes it, and I'll say, hey, I'm using VS Code, and then write a paragraph. Yes, it's okay. I'm going to say, yes, it's fun using VS Code. Okay, this is basically what we want to display here. So I'm going to save it, and then minimize this guy, and then open this HTML pages, and then I'm going to open the index file. There's a better way of doing this, but for now let's use this. So it's opening it and then it says, hey, I'm using VS Code. Yes, it's fun using VS Code. So it's basically same way, same output, and nothing changes. It's just that VS Code has more features than the normal notepad. So from now henceforth, this is basically what we're going to be using throughout the rest of this course. And see you guys in the next video. Hello guys, so in this video we're going to be learning about other HTML elements and then how to use them. So before then, let's there are two extensions I installed here and I want you also to install. So the first extension is Prettier, and then the second one is Live Server. So those are the two extensions that I think are really helpful that you should install. So they are here. All you just have to do is type Prettier and then Live Server and then install it. It's as easy as that. So that said, let's just close these guys and then run the live server. So the Prettier is basically used as a code formatter to format our HTML code, and then the live server, it simply host our HTML pages for us, like locally on our browser. So let's use the live server here. So if you, okay, I didn't explain how I got here. So basically, let me dispose this. So immediately you install the live server, you should see an icon like this here, go live, and then you click to go live. So it's starting and then it's hosted on port 5500, and then it's going to open our browser and then host this page on the browser. So it's as easy as that. So instead of going through the files and opening it in the file folders, the live server does all that for us and more, and helps us to refresh the page whenever it notices a change. So let me do it this way. So I'm going to say h1 and then hey, and then I'm going to save it. So the live server refreshes it automatically and then hey is displayed. So that said, let's explore other HTML elements. So I'm going to start with the head element. So we have been using it all along, but we don't like know other types. So like the head element spans from H1 to H6. So H1 being like the most important, let me put it, and then H6 is used to style probably the least important node. So I'm going to say least. So maybe you have group of topics that you want to like explain, you can just put the H1 to like make it bold and clear so that it's going to come out, and then the H6 is like just small, and then so H1 and spans from the header tag spans from H1 to H6. So we have H, you can see it, H 4, H3. Let's try H3. So let's say hey and then run. So you can see. So there are header tags, and then which one that anyone that you feel it's okay to use at any particular point in time, it should be used by you. And that's basically it for the header tag, just for headings. So the next tags that we have been using is the paragraph tag. So it's simply like for writing paragraphs. So you can write a whole lot of things here. Ouch, I'm going to write. Okay, let's just make this clean. I am writing a whole lot of things here just to test. Okay, so this is basically how the paragraph tag is. So let's search for programming. So if you want to put everything in use, just to get a whole lot of text. Okay, all I did here was just to search programming, and then let's copy this guy, and then I'm going to paste it here in the h1 tag, and then so let's pretty much so I'm going to expand this, and then I'm going to copy these guys here. Okay, so each of them is a paragraph, so let me just take a particular paragraph and then write it here. Okay, and then the next paragraph. So I'm going to copy it, and then going to expand this also, and then paragraph, and paste this. Okay, and so let's view the output on our browser. So I'm going to open the document. So this is basically the output on our browser. So paragraph, you can see it's like exactly what it is. So the next tag that we are going to explore here is the image tag. So img, and then we'll give it, this tag does not have a closing tag, it's self-closing. All you just have to do is give it an attribute. So I'm going to say sroc, which stands for source, and then the source has to be like the location of the image. So I'm going to copy image link and then basically paste it here. Okay, and then for self-closing tags like this, I'm going to expand this. For self-closing tags like this, all you just have to do is like put a forward slash and then close it and save. Let's run it. Let's see the output. Okay, you can see it here now. So our page is basically almost looking like this. So it's basically almost looking like this page here. And then on another thing we want to explore. Basically, you have learned about the image tag. So the image tag has an attribute. So this is basically an attribute of source. So another attribute that we can give it is the width. We can say this is 600, and then give it a height also. So let's say, okay, attributes basically like describe shows how the element should be displayed here in this case now. So here the attribute of source gives it the location where the image tag should get its image from, and then the width specifies the width, and then the height, as the name implies, the height also. So attributes provides additional information about the HTML element. So as in this case, so basically these are what attributes simply. So let's run it, or basically open it again. So you can see we gave it a height of 600, and then a width of 600, and then I think the height is too much. Let's reduce it here. So I'm going to say a height of 400. So let's run it. Okay, you can see it's okay now, and it's great. So this is basically it for this. Let's explore another kind of tag. So another kind of tag I want us to explore here is simply the iframe tag. So I'm going to say iframe, and here, and this tag also has a source. So let me copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to close this tag also. So let's run this tag and see the output. So this is simply the iframe here. You can see it displaying the page that we created. So basically the iframe tag here, the use of the iframe tag, an iframe tag is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. So that's just what it does. So we can specify a height and a width for it, since this is too small. So let's say a height of so the height is an attribute, so we're going to say height of 500, and then we need the width to be 500 also. And let's save this and check it out. Okay, wow, so you can see it here. So it's looking more like it. So all we just have to do, we copy the link for this particular website, and then pasted it in the source for the iframe, and then it displayed it, and then we set the height and the width for it. So that's what the iframe basically does. So another kind of tag I want us to explore today will be the break tag. So basically tags can be grouped into two. We have the block elements and the inline elements. So basically what the block, so let me write that down. So we have the block elements, and we have the inline elements. So the simple the difference here now is that the block elements are, for example, the paragraph, the H1 that we have here, and then the inline, which we have not explored here, are for example, let's get started with itself. For example, the break that we're about to use now. So I'm going to use a break element here. So it's simply BRO and then break, and you can see the output here. So the break element simply breaks the what's being displayed at that particular point in time. So let's break prior. So this is simply the break element. So you can see the prior here is broken. So from languages, it broke the line and entered a new line. And also here at this point, from various kinds of machine code, it broke it because we placed a break here. So anywhere we place the break, it's going to break that line. So break is an inline element because it's used inline, whereas the paragraph tag is a block element because it's not like used inside. So that's basically it. So let's explore another kind of tag, which is the list. So basically you want to list programming languages. So to do that, let's expand this. Then I'm going to say right here h3, and then I'm going to say list of programming languages. Okay, we have it here. So this is a simple h3 tag, a header tag. And then let's the first step is to write whether we want the list to be ordered or unordered. So if you want the list to be ordered, all you just have to do is say OL as the tag and then close. So the OL simply stands for unordered list. Ordered list, I mean. So the OL is for, so let me write that down here. OL is equal to ordered list. And then we also have the UL, which is equal to unordered list. And then last we have LI, which is for list item. So in case we are using it here, you don't have to be confused. So these are the basic tags we need to create a list. So first of all, since we have created an ordered list, all we just have to do is li for the list item and then put it. So I'm going to say Java, and then I'm going to create another list item and say Python, and then another and say JavaScript. And let's save this and then view the output. Okay, so guys, we have the output right here on our screen. So we can see the list of programming languages and our list items right here. So you can see we didn't even add 1, 2, 3. It did that for us. That's the magic of the ordered list. So if we change this into an unordered list, so let's just copy all the list item here and then create another list and then say UL, which stands for another list, and then paste it here and then view the output. So basically you are going to see, look, so this is basically the output. So it does not like number it just puts bullets in front of it. So that's basically the difference between the ordered list and the unordered list. So you can see right here like the ordered list, they are ordered, and then the unordered list, it just has bullets. So those are just the basic difference between them. So let's move on to the next HTML elements I want to show you guys. Okay guys, so the next HTML element I want to explore with you guys is the table. So creating a table in HTML, all you just have to do is say table, and then inside the table, we know the table, we can give it a table row. So TR actually stands for table row. So in a table row, we have the table head. So I'm going to say TH, and then I'm going to say name of first name, and then the second I'm going to also say TH last name. So here we are creating a table of first and last name of people. So we're going to create another table row, and then call it table data because this is not the head. So we're going to say table data and say Philip, and then table data also, and say John. So let's save this and run it to see the output. Okay, you can see it right here. So let's populate it more. So let's copy this and save it, and let's run it. So you can see the table being displayed right here. So this is basically how to create a table in HTML. So there are like more features to explore concerning the table, but before then, let's explore some other tags. So guys, another tags I want us to explore is some inline tags like the break tag, but it's going to be different. So the first inline tag I want us to explore is the bold inline tag. So to make this an inline element, inline text bold, all you just have to do is surround it around this bold tag, and then let's save it, and then you can simply see the output. So you can see it's bold right here. Then the next inline tag that I want us to see is the italic. So you can see it here. Are programmable machines. It put it in italic because we made surrounded these words with the italic block. So you can also combine these two together. So you can put the italic and the bold together. So let's save this and then check it out. So you can see like here now the styling is bold and italic. So these are some wonderful things about inline elements. So another inline elements I want us to explore, it's the super. So I'm going to say this, and then I'm close it and then paste this here, and then I'm going to take this language tool and then surround it with the sub inline element, and then let's go and see the output. So you can see the super here, places it at the top, and then the sub places it here. So the super is like the superscript, and then the sub is the subscript. So that's basically the difference between two of them. So these are some wonderful tags that we'll explore. So basically at this point now, you know different kind of tags and how they work. So HTML is just, at this point, all you just have to do is like explore more tags and then put them in practice and use them in a real web page. So another trick I think will help you in your HTML journey is actually checking the source codes of some sites. So to check the source code of probably this particular site, all we just have to do is right click on the site and then you can view page source and then click it. So clicking it should open the source of the web page. So you can scroll down. Wow. So you can see some of the tags that we mentioned here. We have the paragraph tag here. We have the list item. You can see that all sites, no matter how big, are made up of these tags. So you could also inspect this site. So I right clicked also on the site and then I'm inspecting it right now. So you can inspect the kind of elements or tags that are being used. So let's start with this guy here. So we can say, oh, which tag is being used here. So it shows us that this particular so it says this particular um imperative and procedural programming, the text itself, it's inside its span tag, and this span tag is located inside the h2. So that's basically how to check the tag or the tags that a particular website is using. So this is probably complex for you to understand it with. So let's use our own, for example. So if you compare this with what we have written so far, you can see that it's basically the same. It's the same. And then if you inspect it, so we're inspecting it now. So let's click here. You can see that this guy here is the h3 tag. You can see the list and their properties. It is a list, and then you can view that this is an unordered list. This one is here right now is an ordered list. This one is an ordered list. You can see it's OL, and then you can basically see that okay, can basically see that table. So you can see the TD, the TH elements, and that's basically how to inspect and get what a particular site, what the individual elements are, and what's making it up. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay guys, so this is like the last part of this HTML crash course, and then I hope you got a whole lot of value from it. And then basically what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here is how to navigate the whole world of HTML. So basically you can see that HTML is by now not complex, and it's just as simple as possible. So to train you on how simple it is. I'm going to be giving you guys exercises in this section, and then we are going to basically be solving it together. So basically, let's create a new HTML file in our folder and say index2.html, or let's leave it at .html. And then I want to dispose this server, and then you remember the short way of doing this whole stuff. Okay, I don't want just the HTML, so I just want HTML, and then it gives everything. And then the second thing here is we want to I'll okay, this is how the exercise will go. I'll basically describe a tag, give you time to solve it, or all you just have to do is solve it and then check out my solution, just to help you know how, or make sure you understand what tags are and how, what the basics are in HTML. With the basics you can like build anything that concerns HTML. So before I get into it, I'm going to be summarizing all we have learned in this video. So basically, we started with that the first point we started with is that one is that HTML is a markup language. So we said HTML is a markup language which stands for hyper text markup language. That's the first fact we came up with. And then the second was that HTML has tags, so we call them elements. So elements are grouped into block and inline elements. So example of the block elements that we explored were the H1, H2. So we had the table, we had the iframe element, and then example of the inline elements that we explored were the superscripts, the subscripts, the break, and we had the bold and italic. So these were the elements that we explored. So I'm going to say block, and then I'm going to say here inline. So this is basically what we have covered so far. So the exercise here basically is I'm going to describe and you're going to write down the element. So first, the description of this element, the name, I'm going to start with the name. So it's a block, it's a block element, and it has an opening and closing tag. And then secondly, the name of the element is MarkQ. So the name of this element is MarkQ. So all I just want you to do here basically, it's create the element MarkQ. So you can pause the video right now and then create the element MarkQ and then give it a content to display, and then let's see how far you went with it. So let's pause the video right now. Okay guys, so if you got it, congratulations, but let's go to the solution. So I'm going here and I'm going to write it down here. So I'm going to say, we said it's a block element, and then the name of the element is MarkQ. So this is it, and then let's give it a content. This is a MarkQ. Okay. Okay, let me put it this way. MarkQ. And then I'm saving this, and then I'm running this, so I'll say go live. Okay, so this is what you get if you created the MarkQ tag. So it's like, it's fun, it's scrolling. So to give you more power, like the MarkQ tag has two attributes. We have the behavior, which the default is scroll, and then we also have so I don't have to indicate that. We also have the direction, which we can indicate here and make it left. Okay, so the default here is left, so let's make it right. Okay, so it's coming from the right. So we can change this to up. So it's coming up, and then we can also change it to down. So this is basically the MarkQ tag, and then if you did the exercise that got you the MarkQ, congratulations, you now know how to create tags in HTML. So that said, let's take another exercise and create another tag. So let's go back to our board and then start describing the tag. I'm going to say also it's a block element. It has, okay, let me put this in the second line. It has a closing tag. And lastly, the name of the tag is button. And also So this is basically the description of the tag I want you guys to build. So I'm going to say build with this description. So this the description of the tag I want you guys to build now. So it's a block element, it has a closing tag, the name of the tag is button. And then lastly, I didn't include that, will be to give it a content. So you can write anything inside the block, the tag that you are creating now. So you can pause this video again and then solve the challenge, and when you are done you can get back into the video so that I can give you the solution. So pause the video right now. Okay guys, so if you got it correctly, that means your output was, you were happy with your output. So let's get to the solution. So I'm going to say button, and then I'm going to close this tag, and then I'm going to say content or click me. So let's see. So we can see, wow, a button here, click me. So this is basically the whole fun about HTML. You don't have to know all the tags, all you just have to is have a reference to all the tags and then use them. So the last tag I want us to create here now. So I'll start with the description. So first of all, I'll start with the name. The name of the tag is A. So the name of the tag is A. So we call this tag the okay. Name of the tag is A. Secondly, it has an opening and a closing. That's an opening and closing. And lastly, it has an attribute. So you remember attribute like source, but this one has an attribute called and this attribute is assigned. Okay, let me write it on the line. The attribute is assigned a URL of a site. So basically this is the description of the next tag you are going to create. So this is the hyperlink tag. So that's just you can pause the video again and then solve it on your own and then come back to the video to get to the solution. Okay, so if you got it correctly, you congratulations. So let's get back to our code editor and then solve it. So here I'm going to say a, and I'm going to give it the attributes, and then mm, what's the perfect URL? Okay, let me give it this URL and this. So I'm going to close this tag, and here's it. So it closes here, and then I'm going to, okay, I made a mistake. We have to like describe, you can write a content in here, so I omitted that. Is But if you did write a content, wow, that's nice also. Okay, I'm going to say this is my search, and then save, and then view the output. Okay, so I'm refreshing this. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is the exact one. So you can see here it says this is my search, and then once we click on this, it takes us to the site. So wow, it's open here. So let's go back to our initial. So you can also use the hyperlink in a paragraph. So let's create a paragraph. Then let me copy these guys, just some random text, and okay, let me paste it here, and another one at the end. So I'm going to save this, and let's view the output. So I'm going to click here. So you can see that with all this, our hyperlink tag is staying in between, and it works same. So it takes us to another site. So basically that's how to create a hyperlink inside HTML. So if you did all these exercises correctly, and then you probably got 2 out of every one of them, then you are good to go, and then you really understood the whole HTML tutorial. And sadly, we have come to the end of this crash course on HTML, and I hope you guys understood everything that was explained in this crash course. And that's it. Thanks for spending your time and watching this crash course, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, Smart Programmer. You can follow us on Facebook at Smart Programmer, and have a great day and good luck.